This is the Barbados Today morning news for Thursday, August 24th. Thank you for joining us. I am Mary Claire Williams. Our top story this morning, residents of Gall Hill in Christchurch say they are now living in fear following two shootings in the parish earlier this week. They raised their concerns yesterday following a police walk through the area. 40-year-old Orwin Moore was shot dead on Sunday night in Canevale Crescent, while Sean Taylor was gunned down the following day in Gall Hill. One of the residents, Shane Clark, says he is now even more concerned about the safety of his family members in the wake of the incidents.
I honestly can't go on living my life in fear, you know what I mean? So you would like something to be done. I honestly don't know. I can't come up with a solution right now as to what to do about it other than a greater police presence in the area and see how it goes from there. Because at least, you know, for the time being that the police in the area, nothing should happen.
Meanwhile, the police are assuring residents that they will maintain a greater presence in the area in a bid to return law and order. It came from Divisional Commander of the Southern Division, Senior Superintendent Euclid Thompson.
It's important for us in the circumstances where you have spate of gun violence, crimes being committed in this particular area. We are mindful of our role in the Southern Division to come to the people and to ensure that they understand that we care and that we are going to be about carrying out the law to the best of our ability to bring stability to the area and to make people feel safe in their homes.
Thompson told reporters he understands the feeling of unease now hanging over the community following the latest killings.
There are people who are clearly hurting. Some are not apt to speak. Some are speaking openly with us, as you would have realized when we were further down the road. And I was here yesterday and had a very good reception as well from the people. And there's a mood in which people really feel very sad about what is going on, because they feel that it's not the people within the community that is part of this whole mess, that there are people who are coming in, and that is the normal situation in societies where people who are not known to the people in the area will come in and create this kind of mayhem, as the case may be.
In other news this morning, the island's major trade unions may not have gotten their way at the recent meeting of the social partnership. But one workers' representative says there were some benefits from the talks. The unions went into the August 11 discussions asking for a 50% reduction in the controversial National Social Responsibility Levy or a coping subsidy for their members. The NSRL, which was introduced last September, was increased from 2 to 10% effective July 1st. President of the National Union of Public Workers, Akani McDowell, tells Barbados Today that although they walked away empty-handed, the talks were not in vain.
If you look at it from that perspective, we did not receive the outcome that we wanted. But as I said before, if you try to look and see what positives you could have gotten from the meeting, certainly it provided an opportunity for the public to receive additional information that they might not have had before. So I would say that the social partnership meeting was not a total waste of time, if you want to put it that way.
As participants of this year's CARIFESTA lament the low turnout, the dance choreographer of the Trinidad delegation is pointing to the need for better marketing of the event. Shaquille Jones was speaking with Barbados Today on the heels of the CARIFESTA Youth Village, which ended yesterday at the Barbados Community College.
A little bit more could be done in terms of marketing and getting the word out there, because we can't just see CARIFESTA as something whereby people come together and just share. It's actually a learning experience about the region, understanding who we are as a people, where we come from and where we intend to be. And I believe that going forward, what could happen is that in the planning process, they find out or they come up with a way strategically as to how to market the event. That way people could know what is happening, people could get involved, because basically you don't want it to be a situation whereby it's just, you know, the people who are a part of CARIFESTA coming from the different countries are the ones that, you know, being a part of the event.
Sports now. Barbados' top tennis seed, Darian King, will take on Chilean Nicolas Jarry at 11 o'clock this morning in his second qualifier of the U.S. Open. King won the first round qualifying match yesterday in straight sets 6-2, 6-1.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Welcome to CARIFESTA 13. As an Caribbean affiliate, we at the Dominica Electricity Services Limited strive to live and work injury-free, and we want to encourage you to do the same. So, here's a tip from us. Always park your car in a designated parking area and where there is security lighting when traveling alone. Also, never go back to your car in desolate areas alone. Ask your friend or security members to accompany you for your personal safety. From everyone at Dominic, have a safe, enjoyable, and incident-free CARIFESTA.
CARIFESTA 13 Barbados.
Thank you for staying with us. We're back now with news from the region. A Jamaican pastor who was accused of getting a 12-year-old girl pregnant is to return to court in October after he was bailed on Wednesday. The 52-year-old Pastor Kenneth Blake appeared in the Kingston and St. Andrew Parish Court charged with rape, forcible abduction, grievous sexual assault and intercourse with a person under 16 years old. He had surrendered to police on August 15. His attorney told the court that the allegations arose out of malice from the child's mother, who is unhappy that the pastor is no longer supporting her financially. Media reports indicated that the pastor allegedly had a relationship with the child's mother. Further afield, at least 35 people have been killed in airstrikes on a hotel outside the Yemeni capital. A spokesman for the coalition says a legitimate military high-value target was hit in the Arab district south of Sana'a. We get more in this Reuters report.
A TV station run by the armed Houthi rebel movement, however, put the death toll at least 41. It blamed the strike on Saudi-led coalition forces, which back the internationally recognized government. It didn't say how many of the dead were civilians or fighters. The hotel was north of the Yemeni capital, Sana'a, and next to a Houthi checkpoint. The Houthis control Sana'a in the north and are not known to have air power. An emergency worker saying there were about 100 people staying at the hotel at the time and that there were still victims under the rubble. A spokesman for the Saudi-led coalition said it was collecting information on the incident. Earlier this month, a senior UN official condemned coalition airstrikes on Yemen, saying they showed disregard for civilians' safety. The war has killed at least 10,000 people and unleashed a humanitarian disaster.
That's news this morning. Remember, you can get more on our website, www.barbadostoday.bb. You can also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, and like us on Facebook. We're on Izumi Media in bus terminals and on Screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. You can also find us on Mix 96.9 FM. I am Mary Claire Williams. Have a good morning.